Welcome back to my channel. This is going to be a reading for my Aquarius. Thank you so much for joining me. We're going to be taking a look at what the messages are that you need to hear from your spiritual team at this moment. We're going to start off with this huge deck right here, and then we're going to go into my two decks over here. If you would like to hear the messages, definitely make sure that you stay tuned. And if at any point you want a personal reading, or if you want to follow me on my other social media sites, I will have my information listed in the description box as well as the comment section. So definitely check there. Let's go ahead and get into it. So first card we have, it says, be true to yourself. So the first message from your spiritual team, where there could be situations or people around you that are expecting you to either compromise your boundaries or your expectations, or where there could be spaces that require you to dim yourself down in order for somebody else to feel comfortable. Your spiritual team is going to be showing you that those aren't the spaces that you need to be in. Especially if this is like certain friendships where you can't, again, be your authentic self because you could see that it makes certain individuals uncomfortable. Or you could even have certain individuals who are judging you for your spiritual beliefs or your creative pursuits, or just you being different to some degree. And it's important that you don't back down from expressing yourself in authentic ways. Let's keep going. We also have, it says, understand your body. This card has multiple meanings. Understand your body in the sense of, how do you feel when you're around certain individuals? Are you finding that your nervous system is dysregulated, or you feel safe around certain individuals or in certain spaces? Those are things you really want to pay attention to at this time frame. And also understanding your body in terms of health as well. If you have been, noticing certain things that you need to pay more attention to, this is a confirmation to make sure that you are taking the time out to just take care of yourself, especially when it comes to stress. A lot of you could be showing a lot of symptoms of stress within the body, where you're eating maybe differently in ways that you don't necessarily want to, or it's like physical signs of you being overwhelmed. Okay, what are the messages coming through from my Aquarius? It says, you're being watched by loving eyes. So this is a reminder, you do have spiritual support, and you do have your spiritual team keeping an eye on you, even when you don't necessarily feel like that's the case, and when you could feel like you're alone. It's important that you also understand that your ancestors do want the best for you, and there is things that they're doing behind the scenes and taking note of, again, just shifts that are important, shifts that need to happen within your life, and assisting you there. Now, let's keep going. We also have at your service. This is another confirmation card where your spiritual team is like, look, we're here. We're here in full effect. We're like an army in the background. We got you. We also have practice moderation. And we have elevation. It says, you're making the conscious decision to raise your vibration of love. I love this. So with practice moderation being here, some of you have been overdoing it. Okay, there's a need for you to prioritize having balance within your focus, and also having balance within like your day-to-day. Okay, if you're overdoing it when it comes to just certain habits, pay attention to this. Especially, I'm getting like smoking, drinking. Okay. I think that also too, with you making the decision to separate yourself energetically from things so that you can move up the ladder, don't feel guilty for this. Don't feel bad. And there will be people who do try to make you feel bad for doing so, or you could feel slightly isolated, but this isn't a sign to go backward. You'll align with new friends, new connections, new spaces, that match where you're at or where you're going. Now let's go deeper. Let's pull some cards from here. What are the messages coming through for my Aquarius at this moment? So we have, when I respect my money respects me. So when we're talking about the flow of money, money is a conduit. It's a store of value. And what we use money for, money is leverage. So what we use our money for is what makes money valuable. So it's important, your spiritual team wants you to know, one of the biggest rules of attracting abundance is to respect the flow of money and the fact that money is leverage. And we want to be smart about how we're leveraging our money and making sure that it's putting more money in our pockets, or that we're being, mindful or purposeful around how we're spending our money. We also have, to truly flourish is to release all the tension that's holding me back from letting love pour through me. Your spiritual team is encouraging you to release the need to hold on to the frustration of what did not work out, and also release the frustration of other people and the way that they may have treated you, what they've put you through. Now, I know that that's a lot to ask for, especially if you did go through a lot with a romantic interest, or like certain family members I'm even hearing with this card. It's important that you release it, not for the sake of them, but for your own personal peace. Because when we hold on to that energy, it's always a situation where the person who's done wrong, they can't live with guilt. So they don't hold on to this. They move on. They decide to, put it in the back of their minds. But the person that they've affected, they remember it forever. So to give yourself the opportunity to move forward and prosper from this, you have to allow yourself the room to release. Now, last card we're going to pull from this deck, and then we're going to go into the tarot. It says, I welcome abundance and I will pay attention to the guidance I receive. So yes, if you are receiving downloads at this moment in regards to what you should do around career, around just accepting more into your life, where it's like, I've been wanting change, I've been wanting to accept more, Spirit is going to be giving you these downloads. You could even be getting divine guidance from, spiritual messages from the tarot or whatnot. But it's important that you're heeding these messages and applying it. Now let's go into the tarot. What is the important messages coming through for my Aquarius at this time? Okay, so we have the Chariot, the Four of Pentacles in reverse, the Nine of Swords, the Seven of Swords, and also the King of Wands. Okay. So starting with the Chariot and the Four of Pentacles, this does talk about being triumphant, and the Four of Pentacles in reverse does talk about the ability to release what we've been clinging on to for dear life. Sometimes out of a fear of not being able to find something better, or a fear of scarcity being a thing. So I do think that for some of my Aquarius, you do feel like this strong pull to elevate within your career, and your spiritual team wants to reassure you, like if you make plans to go to school or do certain things that career-wise is more in alignment with you and could also help you make even more money or access more opportunity, go for it. This is a confirmation. Spirit also wants you to be mindful of people trying to pull you back, again, in spaces that you have elevated from. And with the Nine of Swords and the Seven of Swords, it's important that your mind doesn't play tricks on you to look back in spaces where you felt like you had to make yourself safe again, or you had to withdraw yourself because it was, causing you to feel out of your element. Okay, the other spiritual message is to, instead of worrying so much about things that maybe you've been putting off, this is a time where you really do need to get it done, whether it's like a move or if this is like some sort of important thing that you have to get done. Spirit is like, get it done ASAP. Spirit is saying, stop procrastinating. This is a time where you really do need to step up in your efforts. But this is what I see. I hope that I did give you insight in regards to what your spiritual team wants you to know at this moment. If you did take something from this reading, thumbs it up, subscribe if you'd like to, and I would see you in the next one. Bye, y'all.